Hi, it's KCCK's Culture Crawl. I'm Dennis Green, and my guest today is Tim Hankewich from Orchestra, Iowa, back after his long summer nap.
Great to be here, Dennis. Thanks for having me.
Getting ready for the opening of the next season.
Oh, we all have to go back to work, don't we?
We have we successfully survived Tim's 20th, and we kept him around.
Yeah, I'm still here. Yeah, after your best attempts to get rid of me, I am still here.
Just for a second before we start talking about coming stuff, it was so much fun last year with the different concerts that all meant something to you.
Yeah,
and
that was lovely.
I got to do this.
Right.
Like what we do here, I got to do at an Orchestra Iowa event, kind of talking about your career and your history, and everybody got a chance to get to know the full story behind how you got to Cedar Rapids and all of that.
My Interpol story, yes. It was also lovely to also share a similar milestone. Your 50th anniversary, our 100th anniversary, same season. So there's a lot of great things in this community to celebrate, and we are so lucky to have these resources that so many other cities larger than ourselves no longer have. So it was a great year.
Yeah, it was. And now we keep going, because that's the thing.
Yes, we do.
That's the thing. You celebrate these big anniversaries, but then it's like, okay, but
now what?
now we start the next phase.
Right.
And of course, Orchestra Iowa's season is beginning with a really positive thing, as after a couple of years off, Brucemorchestra is back.
Yeah, we are back, and I have to thank so many people who stepped forward to help make this happen. Of course, we all know that our country is celebrating its 250th anniversary, and so many arts organizations are trying to figure out how to put that into their season. And of course, one of the flagships that under my leadership during my time here was to create this event called Brucemorchestra, which was this incredible community event, but it was just crushingly expensive. And yet the community stepped forward. They saw the void. They really wanted something for this year. And so there's so many people. I just have to thank this community for stepping up and allowing us to begin this season with this joyous return to Brucemore. And for those who've been, listening to great music under the sky, having a gourmet picnic is just going to be fabulous. And so welcome back.
And I know that you've made some adjustments, so it's not quite so crushingly expensive, but in general, it's going to look the same.
It's the exact
front lawn, orchestra on a nice stage.
Yep, it's the exact same experience, and you'll also hear things go boom.
There will be loud noises.
Oh yes, we're ending the concert, of course, with what I like to call Concerto for Howitzer and Orchestra, the 1812 Overture, of course, and we're beginning it also with John Williams' arrangement of the Star Spangled Banner, which also requires explosive ordinances. So for those of you who like spectacle, this is your program. And of course, for those who haven't experienced a Brucemorchestra before, what's so amazing about this event is that it's for the entire family, and the lawn is so big. It's so great for the orchestra to be playing, for people enjoying themselves, and kids running around having a great time. I mean, it's just it's a very Norman Rockwell experience that I love.
Well, and normally you take your small child to an orchestra concert, and you're kind of going,
oh no, this is designed for it. Nope, let them go. Run the stink off of them. Yes, absolutely.
So you mentioned, you've now tipped your hand. You're going to open with John Williams. So we talk a lot about John Williams
we do.
on the show.
Yep.
And it's only a couple of minutes long, but I'm guessing that in addition to the explosives, that John Williams' arrangement of the Star Spangled Banner is pretty special.
It's pretty over the top, pretty amazing, filled with fanfare flourish. It's very cinematographic, just exactly what you would expect of John Williams, and it's so fun to play. This actually be the first time this orchestra has played this arrangement. It's kind of hot off the presses.
Oh, it's new.
Yeah, it's fairly new. He wrote it within the last 10 years or so, but it's just been made available to orchestras, so that'll be a lot of fun. But we also have some other amazing arrangements that are just going to leave people gobsmacked. We have our Children's Discovery Chorus and our Symphonic Choir singing My Country 'Tis of Thee, which this particular arrangement is just stunning, as well as we have one of God Bless America, which will just leave people absolutely just in tears. It's so great. So there's a lot of patriotic moments of that sort, but we're also, celebrating Americana in general, and so we'll be playing music from West Side Story. Because next season we will be in collaboration with Revival Theatre presenting a fully staged version of it. And we're also partnering with the opera. They're doing Sweeney Todd this year in January, and so we're going to excerpt a couple numbers from that, sort of to give people a taste of what's in store for them.
So a little promotion of some of the special events coming up. I like it.
What can be more American than Bernstein and Sondheim? It is just sort of New York at its finest.
So it's just going to be both a celebration and a little bit of a preview of coming attractions.
Correct, absolutely. But it also is there to celebrate the diversity of our community and the talent of our community. To be able to collaborate with the opera and with Revival Theatre and with our choruses. Our own concertmaster is going to be playing a solo, and music director and conductor and composer Josh Resnikow. He teaches at Linn-Mar. We're going to be performing a piece of his as well. So there's also a little bit of a community, local element to this that I just absolutely celebrate.
Josh is a regular guest on the show for his involvement with the community orchestra, which again, you think about it, you said at the top of the show that we are just so lucky that we have these arts organizations that remain strong during challenging times.
Right.
Remember, Cedar Rapids has not one orchestra, but two.
Right.
That our community supports, and all the other things
we are
that
lucky
we've talked
so
about
long
as
people
well.
continue to support it, to support the arts. And I would, I always brag about Iowans because per capita they certainly support the arts more than I would say 90% of the rest of the country, and that's what makes this community so great.
Before we go, you've previewed a couple of the things that you're going to be doing that are more on the musical, vocal, talking with chorus and even some acting, and that you're going to be But what are we excited about Masterworks wise coming up in this season?
A lot of great things, but I'll lay it out there because there's one Masterworks that I've waited 40 years, my entire professional career, to lead, and that is the Bach St. Matthew Passion, and I think that's sometime in March or April. It's, I believe, the greatest piece ever written. I studied it as a student. I've sung it many times. I'm a huge Bach fan, but this is the best of the best, and it's so rare. It's never been done, to my knowledge, in Cedar Rapids. And the next time this is ever done again will be another 50 years or so. I mean, it's one of those rarities. And it was my COVID project, actually. During COVID, I sat down and I studied the piece and I prepared the parts. I mean, we can really get into a geek fest about how far underneath the hood on this piece I went. But that is probably the most important moment of my artistic life, is this concert coming up, the Bach St. Matthew Passion.
See, he didn't blow everything in his 20th. You saved a few for after the 20th anniversary.
Yeah, and it requires a crackerjack chorus, and we have one, and so we're auditioning for it right now. And so if you're interested in auditioning for this piece, I just call the box office. I'd love for you to join us.
And we should mention a couple of changes for Brucemorchestra, just so that people get on front. You can still bring your own food, right?
Yeah.
But because of liquor laws, you can't bring your own liquor.
That is a significant
or
change.
alcohol.
Right,
yeah.
So you have to buy it on site. But other than that, the Brucemore experience will be exactly the same as it has been in the past.
Exactly. So,
bring your candelabras, please.
There you go. And I know that there's a little pre-celebration that people can get, a separate ticketed event that if you would like a little more intimate party, that you can do that as well prior to the concert, and you can get tickets for that on the website.
Yeah, there's always a little bit of a get-together beforehand where people raise a glass or 3 or 5, and yours truly is there as well, and so it's kind of a nice way just to celebrate the beginning of another new season.
And early this year, too. And that's the other thing.
Yeah.
It's a little bit earlier than traditional. Usually it was the first part of September, but now we're August 27th. So if you're thinking, I want to do Brucemorchestra, it's coming just a little earlier, so get your tickets.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that. I mean, finding a date for an event like this is very difficult because we have to wait for football schedules, and we're trying to avoid home games and all that sort of thing. And then it's also complicated with the weather tends to stabilize by mid-September. And so there's a bit more of a risk when you're, well, as you would know, Jazz Under the Stars, weather in August can be pretty volatile. And so it's a real sort of, that magic 8-ball that you really have to look into and say, okay, gods of weather, is this going to work? And so we put our chip on Black 29.
Okay. All right. So August 29th, Saturday night at Brucemore, as always. And you get tickets at the usual website, which is
orchestraiowa.org or artsiowa.com.
Well, it's always great to have you come in.
It's been too long, Dennis. It's been like 3 months, it seems. Yeah.
This is the kickoff to our season as well, where Tim makes regular visits and comes in, and we get to hang out. So that's always a treat for me as well. So have fun on the 29th. We're looking forward to it, and we'll talk to you soon.
You bet. Cheers.
Thanks for being here. You can hear the Culture Crawl live on the radio most weekdays at 10:30, on demand at kcck.org/culture, or subscribe using your favorite podcast player. Watch our videos on the KCCK Facebook and YouTube channels. Our producer is Lydia Kilgore. The Culture Crawl theme is composed by Vivian Shanley. I'm Dennis Green, and I'll talk to you later.